Hey everyone, my name is Keith Levison. I run a lifestyle brand, My Great Orlando. If you haven't signed up for our Facebook page, please do so. I also included a link. Now, I'm sorry the link is a little bit longer. Honestly, it's my first time to Facebook Live, so the shortened link I couldn't get to work. But you'll see a link, and the link is basically if you click on it, you'll get our list of weekly events. We have lots of great stuff in there. We feature local businesses. We featured DG Donuts. I don't know if you've tried, since today we're kind of talking about food. DG Donuts, they have some of the most amazing donuts that I've ever tried. I think one of my favorites, they had like a maple bacon bourbon donut, and it actually came with like a little shot of bourbon to inject into the donut. Who does that? That's amazing, but it was delicious. I'm getting off point. Um, so we have a featured link. You can click on it. We talk about various businesses in the area. If you own a business or operate a local business in the greater Orlando area, we'd love to feature you. We also list a lot of local events that are going on, especially right now. It's a little bit harder to get families out to do certain things and have fun. So that's kind of one of the reasons I started this list of events. We have some stuff that's going on in Daytona Beach. We've also listed some events that are local, like Sanford and so on and so forth. So please, if you have an opportunity, sign up for our newsletter. My last little plug for that, before we go ahead and get started with the reason everybody's signing on, which is to find out more about these amazing restaurants in Orlando. Uh, we are doing kind of like a little competition drawing. So if you go to either our Instagram or Facebook page and you like our Facebook page or follow us on Instagram, tag a friend, and sign up for our newsletter. November 1st, we're going to be giving away a $100 Amazon gift card. If you get an opportunity, please go ahead and sign up for that. Uh, you have nothing to lose. That is my doorbell. I don't think anyone's at my door. We actually have freebie ice cream, which we featured a few times, going around in the neighborhood. So kids are running around trying to get their ice cream. And I think my doorbell, I have one of those Ring smart doorbells, noticed one of the kids. Yeah, if you go ahead, like our page, or follow us on Instagram, tag a friend, and then sign up for our newsletter, you'll be entered into a drawing for a $100 Amazon gift card, and we'll be giving that away on November 1st. So not too long, not too far away. All right, so why are we here? The reason we're here is we wanted to talk about some of the most amazing restaurants that you're going to find in the Orlando area. And you're going to have to forgive me because the very first one is one of my favorites, but I don't know exactly how to pronounce the name. I know it's embarrassing, and you're probably going to be at home making fun of me. That's fine. People make fun of me all the time. But I'm going to try my best. It's a Turkish restaurant, and it's called Zeytin Turkish Orlando. It's in Orlando. Um, the owner operator, I believe, used to be partners with the gentleman who owns Bosphorus. He ended up breaking away, started his own place. And I love Bosphorus, Turkish food. They're amazing. They're a wonderful wonderful group. But one of the things I've kind of noticed is over time, as some of these restaurants grow and they start to establish more than one location, they can sometimes start to lose some of that finesse, some of that flavor they once had. And I'm not saying that happened with Bosphorus. I still go there often. But I'm going to be honest, Zayton is my new favorite. It is a beautiful, small location. It's intimate. Um, you can go in there, sit down, have a nice romantic dinner, not feel like you have people breathing down your neck. The awesome thing is the people that work there, they're super friendly. They make you feel welcome as soon as you arrive, and they are there to make your night special. And on top of the night being special, the food is amazing. So, I mean, I'm a foodie, so when I go there, I like to get, they have this, what is it? Like a big dish of various meats and things like that. They have chicken doner, lamb doner, chicken kebab, shawarma. No, I don't think shawarma. Sorry. But they have a wide variety. And that's what I typically order. Emma Levison, my wife, obviously watching the stream, she just posted super authentic. I have to agree. It's an amazing restaurant. I love it. Give it a shot if you haven't. Uh, Next on our list is something that my wife used to be a vegan, and I kind of thought we need to represent our vegan population. So, vegan, one of the most romantic vegan locations that I could kind of think of would be Ethos Vegan Kitchen. The reason I like Ethos is they have a nice variety of food. So, for example, they have a vegan pizza, or I think they even had a vegan calzone when I went, and they made it with vegan cheese and all this other stuff. You could get vegan sausage, and it was just done wonderfully. That was by far one of our favorites. Now, it does sometimes get packed because it's a super popular restaurant. So if you are vegan, kind of be prepared for that. But I mean, once you get in there, the food, it's so good. I think they had a pulled pork I tried once, and it's not, obviously, it's not really pork. They make it from a fruit. I mean, how do you make pulled pork from a fruit and it still tastes juicy? It has all the flavor that we love about barbecue. So if you get a chance, look up Ethos Vegan Kitchen. So uh, the next one that I kind of wanted to talk about is Santiago's Bodega. Now they have a couple of locations, but Santiago's Bodega is wonderful. Um, they do tapas in the evening, but my personal favorite thing to do or to go there for is brunch. Their Sunday brunch is phenomenal. You pay a few extra dollars and you get unlimited mimosas. They have this deep fried French toast that you can't. So, a typical brunch, they have a brunch buffet. Uh, you cannot get the fried French toast on the buffet. You actually have to order it. And if you miss that, you miss the whole point of Santiago's Bodega. Like, do not miss that. That is the one thing that if you go there, make sure you order. Now, at the actual buffet, they have mouth-watering lamb, prime rib, crab legs, tuna tartare. They have just some of the most amazing foods. It's outstanding. Um, I love, I love their candied bacon. The candied bacon. Okay, it's not. Okay, I lied. It's not candied bacon. And you can see how excited I am because I use the words bacon. Bacon is the most amazing thing ever. But talking about this bacon, it's not candied. It's actually like a maple crusted bacon. And it just is phenomenal. I'll go there and I load up my plate with that. I don't even want to see my cholesterol after I end up eating there. So it's well worth it. But if you get a chance, stop at Santiago's Bodega. 100%, you won't regret it. It's great for a date day. It does get packed. So what you want to do is you do want to either get in as soon as they open or make a reservation. If you try to say, hey, we're going to wake up, take our morning slow, walk in, you're not going to get a table. So make sure you plan ahead. Remember, these are romantic locations, right? And anytime we're talking about a romantic location, we're talking about something you're going to have to plan ahead for. You're not just going to show up in general. Think about, planning ahead. These are for some wonderful occasions. I've seen people do baby shower brunches and different things at Santiago's Bodega, and it's well worth it. You will not regret it. So next on our list were a couple of restaurants that I had to mention because they are very close to where I live. And I live in Apopka. Now, I work all around Orlando, Sanford, uh, all over. I'm all over the place. My car has tons of miles on it. But uh, I live in Apopka, and Apopka is beautiful. I love the area. The people are great. It's sometimes hard to find an amazing restaurant for that special occasion. So in Apopka, one of my favorites is the Backroom Steakhouse. Um, we actually just ate there the other night, and I mean, steak cooked perfectly. I mean, I could cut it with a fork. Um, I got, I love mushrooms. Got mushrooms. I think they were cooked in a red wine sauce. Um, they have a uh, Reese's peanut butter cake. I mean, Reese's peanut butter, delicious already. And then you're going to turn it into a cake? Are you insane? That is so many calories, but so worth it all at the same time. It is so delicious. If you're in Apopka, if you live in this area, and you need a place for a special occasion, and you've never heard of Backroom Steakhouse, sorry, the Backroom Steakhouse, uh, you have to try it. You got to make sure you go there. Another one that's not located in Apopka but close by is 1921 in Mount Dora. And 1921 to me is one of those just typical date night locations. This is one of those places that you're going to go down, walk around the lake, enjoy a sunset. It's gorgeous, and then you're going to end the day with a beautiful meal. I went there. I had duck cooked to perfection, which is hard to do. Duck sometimes comes out greasy. This was not greasy at all. Duck is many times overcooked, not overcooked at all. One of the craziest cool things about 1921 in Mount Dora is they have a Sunday special meal every week. So it's not a set menu. It changes every week. So one week it's prime rib. The next week it's orange chicken. The next week they do mofongo. I mean, the cuisine changes all the time, and it is amazing. They also include special dessert, and that changes weekly. So if you go for that Sunday special meal, you'll get their special dessert for Sunday as well. And that changes. It could be a sundae, it could be a bread pudding, it could be, who knows? They are so creative, and the things that they come up with for those meals are hands down some of the best cooked meals I've ever had. So if you're looking to go there, Mount Dora, 1921, make sure you look them up. Matter of fact, we're still in October. I believe they extended magical dining. So 1921 is on magical dining. I suggest you hurry up, get over there, and try them out. You're not going to regret it. So now we kind of moved on to my two last restaurants, and it makes me very sad because I love these restaurants so much. Um, we were going to have three, kind of end it with a big three. We were looking at Victorian Alberts at the Grand Floridian in Disney World. Give you a little preview of what that looks like. It's in the Grand Floridian. If you live in Orlando, you know how beautiful of a hotel it is. But they have this restaurant, Victorian Alberts, and they have three separate dining halls. So they have kind of a general public dining area. They have a more intimate dining area, which I think consists of like 4, maybe 6 tables. The cool thing, well, let's hold. Then they have the chef's table. Now, if you want to eat at the chef's table, you're going to have to plan at least a year out. The more intimate room that has 4 to 6 tables, which is amazing, let you know, Prince Harry came, couldn't get the chef's table, had to eat in that intimate room. So don't feel downgraded if you have to eat there. Prince Harry had to eat there. But anyway, that more intimate room, the very cool thing about it is they get the exact same menu as the chef's table. Now, why am I so sad talking about this? Because as of right now, Victorian Alberts is not open. When will it open? That remains to be seen. A lot of things are going on with COVID. And I urge you, if you like any of the restaurants I talk about tonight, please verify that they're open. I did my best before today to verify each of these restaurants were open except for Victorian Alberts. That's the only one that's currently not open. But they're, as far as I know, all the other restaurants are. So why did I even bring up Victorian Alberts and take you on this long tour of a restaurant that you probably can't get into? It's because it leads me into one of my favorite restaurants in Winter Garden. That restaurant is the Chef's Table at the Edgewater. Now, why does Victorian Alberts lead into it? Because the gentleman who is the head chef at the Chef's Table at Edgewater actually used to be the assistant to the head chef at Victorian Alberts. So he ended up leaving, going and opening up his own kind of restaurant. Now, here's the good news. If you go and you eat at that private chef's table at Victorian Alberts, and you get, their typical 12-course meal, you're looking at around a $600 bill. Okay? It is an expensive restaurant. You go there for a special anniversary, for an engagement, for things like that. But the chef's table at Edgewater has the same quality of food as Victorian Alberts. The menu is different. It costs less because you're not getting 12 courses. You're also not getting the Walt Disney experience. But here's the difference. Alexa, Alexa, hang up. You gotta love Alexa. Hold on. It's live! Anyway, so Poppy is my father-in-law. So my father-in-law was calling. Sorry. But anyway, all right, so getting back on course, talking about delicious food, right? So chef's table at Edgewater, yes, you're not getting the 12-course meal that you would receive at Victorian Alberts. You're not getting the Disney experience. But if you eat at the chef's table at Victorian Alberts, here's one really disappointing thing. You are not in the kitchen. And when you want to do a chef's table experience, one of the things you kind of look forward to is being there in the kitchen. And the chef's table at Edgewater, you are actually in the kitchen as they're preparing your amazing meal. And they have pork, they have lamb, they have combinations, curry, different things that they throw in. The chef, they get fruits, vegetables, meat, fresh, daily. I mean, it is astonishing, the creations that they come up with. And the chef, I mean, he'll respect you if you tell him, look, these are things that I don't eat. These are things I'm allergic to. I'm a vegan. My wife was vegan when we went. They made a special meal for her like that. I mean, it's amazing the things that they do. Now, if you don't want to shell out the money for a chef's table experience, but remember, these are romantic experiences. If you're going for a romantic experience, you might have to shell out more than $20. Uh, this is something that is going to be a great experience. It will not cost $600 like Victorian Alberts, but you are going to pay for it. So something to be aware of. But it's an amazing experience. If you get a chance, make sure you go over there. Oh, one of the things I wanted to mention is now sometimes people are like, I don't know if I want to go there, shell out $100+ for a meal that I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy. My spouse is gonna enjoy. My significant other, or my parents. I took my parents there for one of their anniversaries. I think it was like 46 years married, so I took them there. But sometimes you're like, I can't afford it, and I get that. Times are tight right now. So just so you know, they also have kind of like a tapas bar similar to Santiagos Bodega. Santiago's Bodega has a tapas lounge. So does the chef's table at Edgewater. In the front, they have a tapas lounge, and then in the back, in the kitchen, they actually have the chef's table. But if you go there for the tapas, you're going to have an amazing romantic experience. My wife, at almost all of these locations, had said that they made her feel like a princess. And I mean, when you're there for a romantic occasion, uh, that's what you're looking for, you know? Um, Me and my wife, we've been married 14 years now, and sometimes I got to remind her why she married me. Let's be honest, sometimes you give each other a headache. So, how do you make it up? Take them out for an amazing meal at a local restaurant. So, anyway, uh, that is one of my favorite places. We've been there on many occasions, and we will continue to frequent there. Please look them up. So the last place that I want to mention uh, is a restaurant that you may or may not have heard of. It's at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando, and the restaurant is called Highball and Harvest. Now, the normal restaurant is really, really good. They have like a spicy watermelon salad. They have fried chicken. All of these things locally grown, locally sourced, wonderful food. But when I found out that they had a chef's table experience, me and my wife had to book it. So we booked it for one of our anniversaries. And unlike Chef's Table at Edgewater, this Chef's Table is more like Victorian Alberts. You are not actually in the kitchen. Um, the chef does come out ahead of time and meet you, and he kind of does like an interview. And he asks, what type of things do you like to eat? What type of things don't you like to eat? What textures do you like? And what type of sweets do you enjoy? I'm more of a fruity person. My wife loves chocolate. So he asks you all these questions, and then he kind of gives you an option. And the option is this. One, he can take all these suggestions and kind of work within their frame. Or you can tell him, go do whatever you want. You invent it, you make it up. Uh, we're going to eat whatever you cook. So my wife and I, we chose to let him make it up. Do whatever you want. We are in your hands. Uh, we did a wine pairing, which was amazing. Um, the staff was super attentive. They came, we wanted pictures. They took pictures. They're involved as much as you want. If you want privacy, they'll leave you alone. If you want them there to explain what's going on with the meal, to take pictures, to do whatever, they're there. They are there to literally wait on you, hand and foot, and they give you such specialized attention. It's amazing. Um, Talking about the food, because if you haven't noticed, right, everything I've talked about so far is the food. Now, I'm going to tell you why, right? Uh, all these locations that I'm giving you are guaranteed romantic. They're guaranteed. Don't even worry about it. They're beautiful. They're intimate. You're going to be cared for by the staff. But here's the thing, right? I have gone to some restaurants with amazing service and the food was trash. And as much as they made us feel cared for and catered for, when I got that huge bill at the end of the meal, we weren't ever coming back. Uh, these restaurants are nothing like that. Uh, all of them, all of them have amazing service. They're going to take good care of you. But getting back to Chef's Table at Highball and Harvest. Now, I am not a rich man, but I have eaten at some really good restaurants. I ate at Gordon Ramsay's 3-star Michelin restaurant in England, and it was good. The chef's table at High Ball and Harvest was better. They beat Chef Ramsay's, Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. They beat it, hands down. So, what's so amazing about them? You're talking about things that you never even imagined eating. Things that you only see on TV, like gold flakes. I mean, who eats gold? It's amazing. Nothing to make you feel high class, more high class. Like, oh, here's some gold. I'm just gonna shove it down my mouth. It's insane. I can't even find words. The other really really cool thing is like I don't like risotto. I can't stand it. I've tried it over and over and over again. The chef comes up and he's like, hey, I'm going to make you a risotto, but I'm not going to use risotto. I'm going to use this seed. If my wife is still watching, she might throw it in there. I cannot remember what he used. Um, but he's like, I'm going to go and I'm going to cook this like risotto. And we're like, that does not sound like it's going to taste good. He cooks it up, brings it out. I was so upset that I couldn't eat both my plate and my wife's plate. The food, venison. Venison is by far one of my favorite meats. It was cooked delicately. I mean, it was just so soft. The dessert, this beautiful, you might have seen it. It's actually the picture that I posted for this event. It was a chocolate mousse in, encased in a candy apple, and it looked like a real apple. And you would break it open and eat it. I mean, the creations that they came up with at the chef's table at Highball and Harvest, I've never had anything close to it. I love Victorian Alberts. Highball and Harvest is better. I love Gordon Ramsay. Highball and Harvest is better. You are going to pay for the meal. It is a lot of money. And here's what kind of stinks, right? I kind of wish I would have known this before I went. I could have prepared a little bit better, but if you're thinking about going, here's something new, right? They can't tell you what your meal is going to cost. So it's not like Victorian Alberts where you sit down and they're like, okay, for two people, for each person, it's going to be $260. They can't give you a number like that because they don't know what the chef is going to cook. The chef does not know what he's going to cook. He literally comes up with it after he meets you. So that means your bill, it could be a $400 meal. It could be a $900 meal. You got to be prepared. But these places, they're all for romantic occasions. So if you're planning an engagement, if you're planning something really, really special, definitely look at Chef's Table at Edgewater or Highball and Harvest, the chef table there. If you're on a budget, Chef's Table at Edgewater. If you can afford it and money's no problem, go to Chef's Table at Highball and Harvest. They provide so much, and they're all local restaurants, and they're focused on the community, and that's one of the things I appreciate, even from larger companies, even like Highball and Harvest. They are getting their food locally. And that's what My Great Orlando is all about. It's about local communities. And it's nice to see large companies investing in local communities. So it's really wonderful. Uh, if you get a chance, check any of them out. I promise you'll be happy. I'd love to hear what restaurants you find to be the most romantic. I know it kind of sounded like I just rambled on about the food, but like I said, these places are top notch for romance. We've gone in, they've given my wife a flower. Um, when she had to go to the restroom, they've escorted her to the restroom. Um, some of them have had beautiful music playing live. They do whatever, they really cater to you. And that's what makes it so special. So you're going to have a different experience than what I had, than what me and my wife had. Me and my wife's experience was very food oriented. And that's because we do a lot of cooking. We cook at home pretty much every day for every meal. And when we go out, we want to go out to eat. We do not want to get something that's from a chain. We don't want something that's not special. When we're eating, it better be special. And these restaurants, they're all very special. They treat you very special. Um, and they're great in showing love to the community. Um, it would be awesome if you can support them and show love, even to the larger ones. Right now, all businesses really need support. Like I mentioned at the beginning, uh, I run a local lifestyle brand. It's Migrate Orlando. Uh, if you're interested in learning about local businesses, we just mentioned a great pediatric dentist in Longwood, Dr. Donald. He's my daughter's pediatric dentist. He is amazing. So we cover a wide variety of businesses. Um, if you have a local business that you'd like us to mention, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to feature your local business. If you want to find out more about local businesses, local events, things going on in Orlando, feel free to click on our newsletter link that I included. I'm sorry that I couldn't get a shorter link ahead of time. But this is my first time going live, as you can see by my father-in-law calling. Uh, but anyway, we really appreciate all of you that signed in. Thank you for taking time, and we hope you have a great night, Orlando. Thank you.